I told everyone, I told all of you guys, this Chelsea team looks serious. And as a Tottenham fan, looking at Gustavo, Joao Pedro, Delap, Palmer, Gittens, Pedro Neto, this Chelsea side looks scary. The scoreline today has not given Chelsea enough praise for me. Not enough praise is going to be said about this game. People are going to say it's only pre-season. Well, so far this pre-season, Liverpool have lost to AC Milan. Arsenal have lost to Tottenham and Villarreal. My team Tottenham struggled against Luton and Wickham. Chelsea have gone out there and played a top side. 70% possession against Bayer Leverkusen. More than 5 times the amount of shots. They absolutely battered them. And Gustavo, listen, Chelsea can't loan this guy out. 18 years of age. Looks a talent. And this was a Chelsea side tonight that didn't start Enzo Fernandez. He wasn't even involved in the game. They didn't have Reece James in the starting 11. Didn't have Sanchez. Didn't have Jamie Gittens in the 11. Joao Pedro wasn't in the 11. Jarrell Hatto. Chelsea's squad depth is actually insane. All these players come on against Bayer Leverkusen. We'll get into both goals. We'll get into the full match reaction. Make sure you check out the earlier transfer video on Chelsea earlier today. They're looking at bringing in nearly £300 million in a return from the amount of players they've sold. Garnacho and Xavi Simons probably going to be signed in the next 48 to 72 hours. Make sure you go down and drop a like on the video if you haven't already and let me know your thoughts. Chelsea 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0. The road to 100k subscribers is well and truly on. And since August, 91% of you, yes, you right there, who watch the content on a daily basis haven't subscribed. So please go down, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts. We're about 800 away from 72,000. Now, I want to start by the Chelsea lineup. Bayer Leverkusen have lost some players. They have lost Florian Wirtz, and they have lost Frimpong, but it's still a strong side. You know what? We're actually going to start with the Bayer Leverkusen side first. They've got some very good players. Hincapi, very, very good centre-back. Grimaldo, we all know his qualities from wing-back. Nathan Tella, a familiar face. Tapsoba, Jerome Quansah, who's just left from Liverpool. Flecken, who's just joined from Brentford. Patrick Schick, who's just signed a long-term deal. And Andrich in midfield. The rest I'm not too familiar on. But this Chelsea side, Santos starting in midfield with Caicedo. How Caicedo has not been nominated for the Ballon d'Or is criminal. Club World Cup winner, Conference League winner, one of the best DMs in Europe, qualifier for the Champions League next season, is an unbelievable talent. How he has not been nominated for the Ballon d'Or is criminal. A back five of Jorgensen, Gusto, I believe it's Akiyapong. I may have butchered that. We'll call him Josh because everyone knows my pronunciation isn't necessarily my strong point. Trevor Chalobah, Cucurella, Santos and Caicedo. Gustavo on his Chelsea debut scoring. We all saw what this kid did in the Club World Cup. Funny enough, against Chelsea. George, who looks like he could be getting a move away. We all know how world-class Cole Palmer is, and Liam Delap. And it just goes to show you how strong Chelsea's bench is. Lots of these players are arguably first team. Sanchez is their first team goalkeeper. Enzo Fernandez is first team. Tosin Adarabioyo's first team. Neto, arguably. Jamie Gittens has just got there. Joao Pedro. Listen, I'm waiting for people to give me their thoughts. I told everyone Joao Pedro will be a success in a Chelsea shirt. But they told me, Henry, he only got 5 non-penalty goals last season out of his 16 he scored for Brighton. I don't want to hear it. This guy in a Chelsea shirt so far has got 4 GA in 3 games. Like 2 in the semi-final, 1 in the final against PSG, makes his home debut at Stamford Bridge, and bags a goal coming off the bench. He is going to be a very, very, very good player. I'm not listening to what some people are saying. Henry, you don't know what you're talking about. I think he's got all the credentials to be a top player in this Chelsea side. My man of the match was probably Estavo. I thought he was very, very good for 77 minutes. Out of the 11 that started, other than Jorgensen, he played the most amount of minutes, showing his faith, repaying his faith back to Enzo Maresca. 7 shots, 83% passing accuracy for him, 1 goal. As well, Tyreek George looks like he could be getting a move away, and it just shows you the talent of Chelsea's academy players coming out of Cobham. You know, it's absolutely insane the amount of talent Chelsea have got literally being generated from that academy. Andre Santos looks good as well. 91% passing accuracy in 76 minutes played. Really, really good. Palmer looked good today. The first goal actually come from Cole Palmer hitting the crossbar from close range, about 4 or 5 yards out, left-footed volley. And then Estavo, like a poacher, being in and around that 6-yard box in the right place at the right time. Just 18 minutes into his Chelsea home debut, gets on the score sheet. And listen, Chelsea's options out wide. Estavo, Joao Pedro can play out there. Cole Palmer can play out there. Pedro Neto, Tyreek George. The names go on and on and on. You've also got Jamie Gittens. Like, Chelsea's wing options are actually insane. And I said to quite a few people, if they add a couple more players, I'm not saying they're gonna win the league or anything, but I think with the squad depth they've got, they're not a million miles away from challenging. No one's calling this team the £1 billion bottle jobs anymore, are they? Because they saw what they did in the Club World Cup, albeit, okay, they lost to Flamengo. It happens. But they went on to beat PSG in the final. They got really good fullback depth in Gusto, Cucurella, Reece James that can come in. Centre-backs where I think they need a little bit more strengthen. Hato, come on, made his home debut. They've just lost Levi Colwill to an ACL injury. They probably need to bring someone in. They've also got Buddy Shield and Disassi, but I don't think they're world beaters. But in terms of the Chelsea depth, Joao Pedro's goal right at the end, an absolutely disgusting finish, lays it at the edge of the box straight into the side netting. You know, and listen, Chelsea play again at the weekend against AC Milan at Stamford Bridge. I do expect Chelsea to win that comfortably. In terms of the match stats tonight, there was only ever going to be one winner. They looked really, really strong. You know, possession stats, I mean, it's absolutely insane. 69% possession. Look at the numbers. Like, the eye test says one thing, but you look at the numbers. 24 shots to 4, 9 shots on target to 2, 4 big chances created, 3 big chances missed compared to 0 big chances created. Passing accuracy was better, more corners. On every single metric, they deserve to win this game. On every single metric. What was their XG? Well, there isn't. I don't think you can actually see their XG. They play again against AC Milan, and then their start of the season. I'll be honest. I said this the other day, and people were like, "Listen, you're going too overboard." Right? First game of the season against Crystal Palace. I think Chelsea win that convincingly. West Ham at the moment, I don't see as a threat to anyone. I think they're going to struggle this season. I think Chelsea will go there and score 2 or 3 goals comfortably. I think they'll then beat Fulham, and I think they'll then beat Brentford. Man United, they don't have the best of records, but the way they're playing, the way they've taken this Club World Cup form into pre-season, I'll be covering their game on Sunday as well. For me, they look an absolute threat. Defensively, they look pretty strong. I still think they need maybe a centre-back, as I said. But their start to the season is a lot easier than some teams have got it. You know, and Estavo, the talent that he looks like he's got at his feet. Joao Pedro, Cole Palmer as well. We don't even need to talk about Palmer that much because we know his levels that he can get to. And you think today Newcastle could, they're struggling to beat Espanyol Arsenal are losing games in pre-season. Liverpool lost a game in pre-season. You know, we've struggled against Luton, against Wickham, against Newcastle. Chelsea have started with an absolute bang. An absolute bang. And Estavo, listen, if they can keep this guy fit, I for the benefit of the Premier League, I hope he goes out on loan because I don't want to see him coming up against my team. But they look very, very, very strong. Very, very, very strong. And, you know, the transfer window is still open. This is a Chelsea team that are going to add Xavi Simons. This is a Chelsea team that are also going to add Alejandro Garnacho. You know, he, according to Fabrizio Romano earlier, in case you missed earlier's transfer video, has already agreed personal terms and has given his complete future to Chelsea. Listen, they're going to be a threat next year. Make sure you go down and drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am